friend, it's Pat Sloan here. So cheers to start the day, which is actually for me day 2 of Let's Get It Done. I don't know how many days it's going to take me to actually go through and get all these things done, but I am going to do a countdown, or it's actually a count up, since I don't know how many days it will be. It could be 6, 7 days. I hope not, because I'm tired of it already. So anyway, today, before we start getting it done, it is the celebration of the day, which is Mitten Day, Mitten Trees. What is that, Mitten Trees? I didn't go and look it up in advance. I should. Wait a second, let me go look. Okay, research done. The Mitten Tree Day is to take a pair of mittens and hang them on the tree and then give them to somebody. These are mittens that I made a few years ago with a little kits that the Confidence Stitch put out that year. They put out these little wool kits, wool and nice, really nice sort of brushed cotton on the inside. And they're so nice and warm, really nice and warm. They have a video on the mittens. If it's still there, I'll link it in the description box under my video. Cool, I just looked and the Confidence Stitch still has mitten kits. So if you love to just get, because they're wool, and if you're not used to working with wool, if you know, like buying it, it has just what you need for, it's those 2 colors and then the liner. Yeah, and then I linked to that as well, so that if you wanna make some mittens, very fun. So Mitten Day. So if you have a quilt with mittens on it, share in the group today. That would be really fun. I'm sure there's somebody who has applique or pieced mittens on their quilt. Okay, so first things first. I decided to do the binding on that tree. The free tree that we did, I decided to do the binding. And then I was hand stitching the hanging sleeve on the back and using my needle threader, and I thought I would just show that to you. First things first, I have to go to completion on this task. I've got just this much more, and my Aurifil 50 weight thread and supplies and the needle threader. So let me show you the needle threader. Let me zoom in. This is a Clover needle threader, and I know a lot of you have bought this, and sometimes you have a little trouble using it, and I know what you're doing most of the time. So it is just a little lever action which will take your thread and feed it through. It's going to grab a hook that goes through the eye of the needle and pulls the thread. That's what it's doing, in and out. So let me just show you how it works. Take your needle, and if the eye of the needle is too tiny, like a between for hand quilting, that's not going to work. But this is like a regular hand sewing needle. You put the eye of the needle in the slot that says needle slot. See, it says needle slot. And then I'm still going to go in a little bit closer for you. Okay, so you want to get a length of thread. Okay, where am I at on this camera? Okay, length of thread. Get your thread. Just grab some thread. Okay, I had to pull that out. Grab some thread. And I just use the cutter. It says cutter. There's a little blade there, and I cut it. Then what you're going to do is take the thread and go in this slot. There's a slot right here. You just lay the thread in this slot, and I make it angle back towards the lever. So I take that thread, I just sort of make it angle towards the lever. And then what you're going to do is, you can hold it so it doesn't like tip over. It's pretty sturdy, but still. Push the lever, and what that lever does when you push it down, it took a little hook and put it through the eye of the needle and grabbed the thread. And when I lift it up, it pulled the thread through the eye, but not really far, just a little bit through the eye. And so when you pull this needle up, you must do it gently. If you yank it out, you unthread it. That's super important. Most people are probably yanking it out if you're saying this isn't working for you. So pull the needle out just a little bit, and I will show you right here. Can you see it on my hand? Do you see that it's threaded? See that loop? See the loop came through? So I grab that little loop, right? Grab that loop, and you're done. Now, one thing is if you use a needle that you bend because you like bending your needles, which I do. Let me see if I have one here. That one's not bent. This one's bent. Okay, let me just put it down on the, where can I put it that you can see it? I think you can see it. See, it's kind of bent. I like bent needles for handwork. So what happens is when I put it in here, it's bent a little bit. You know, it's got a little bit of a bend. So you just need to be sure that the eye part is straight up and down. The top part can be curved. See, the top part can be curved, but just be sure that the eye part is bent, that you're not angling it, trying to make the top part straight. And then it will thread very nicely. I'm going to just undo that thread and show you. So I have got the needle in there, put the lever, pick it up very gently, and again, it's threaded. You see yep, see right like that. Pull it through. So just remember to be very gentle and don't be yanking it, and it'll work just fine. So that is a favorite of mine, the needle threader. It is awesome. And for those of you who have it and haven't tried it or haven't tried it lately, get it out and use it. So here's the tree. Binding is on. I used the Dark Harmony wide back, which turned out wonderful. So I'm going to hang this in my kitchen and switch out the little pink one with the presents from the other year. So I'll switch that one out. Yeah, you know, like I said, I have a lot. Someday I should decorate our bedroom. I should decorate our bedroom for Christmas someday. That would be kind of fun. You put a tree in your bedroom. Do you ever do that? I kind of have enough room. If I could do it at top of the dresser, there is room. I could do a small one up there, and then switch the quilts out. But just doing them downstairs sometimes is enough. Sometimes that is just enough. Okay, today I had on the calendar Pillow Talk. So I want to share a Christmas pillow, and if those of you have a holiday pillow, it could be Christmas, it could be Hanukkah, it could be Kwanzaa, whatever your December holiday is that you celebrate, share a pillow. And this is one that actually went with that wall hanging with the little presents and the coffee cup and the candies. This was the cross stitch that went with it that year. What was it like? Is that last year's? It might have been last year's Christmas in July. But I love this one so much. I think I love it because it's asymmetrical, and it's kind of like a circle. It's kind of like a wreath around the Merry Little Christmas. I love the wording. There's just every single little thing I love about this. And I have it sitting on the couch by the tree in my living room. And actually the Santa hat was sitting right on its corner. So I can't wait to see what yours are like, what you have. Yes, share. Okay, planner for November. Let's just take a look. Let's just take a look. I did pretty good for November. I think I did really well filling stuff out, even though I had a little bit of lax time. I'm not even sure. Maybe I didn't do anything sewing wise. I took a break or something. I don't know. But I think I just didn't get it filled in. I have not been doing cross stitch. I started that cross stitch. I have not been doing it. Then I decided, okay, let's get the December set up. And I had seriously, no Christmas stickers. I don't have any Christmas stickers. So for next year, the goal is to have some Christmas stickers. So for this year, I just went through and I thought it'd be fun to pick a couple with sayings. So I have a couple of sayings. I have a gumi and sweet, sweet little mushrooms. See? Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to enjoy them and not worry that it's not Christmas. For the 30 days, 31 days that I get to look at these two pages. Now remember, next year I am going to use a different planner, and I'm going to do the 52 lists. And the neat thing about the 52 lists is one thing is they don't have the month, but they have a cool picture, which is actually each month. Look there. It's fabric, Yeah, kind of cool. But they have some nice prompts, which I don't know if I'm going to write on these weekly things, but they do have down here, what will I do tomorrow? What am I that'll make 1% better? What am I grateful for? Just some sort of there's some gratitude type things, which I think are really nice. And then there's always a quote. There's some really great quotes. This month's list. So if you wanted to do the list in here, I actually have the 52. There's several 52 lists for happiness, 52 lists for calm. There's several of them. And I'm going to do the happiness one. I just want to read it to you because I thought it's just once a week. Fill in, like this one is, list the things in your life you're actually able to control. And then down here it gives you a little prompt about that. Another one is list the ways you can fake it till you make it and being happy. Sometimes it's a mind game. Seriously. Sometimes it is a mind game. You have to sort of make yourself do something that you aren't maybe that excited about, or you want to do it but you're a little nervous, and so you have to force yourself. And that's kind of what that means to me. And we all do it for some sort of topic or some sort of event. Here's one that's fun. List the routines in your personal life and work. So what kind of routines do you have? Do you have coffee every morning with your significant other, or your pets, or with me on the YouTube? Do you take a walk every day? What are your habits? So I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. I think for one day out of each week, I can take a look at the list and just write a couple of things and just see what that feels like. See if that's kind of fun. And then if I didn't want to write it in here, I could write it in here. I could write those things in here and just have that all together in one book. So who knows? I might do it like that. Might just do it all in one book. All right, I had a question. And because I love you so much, I'm answering this one here. Somebody was asking me about the color of my nail polish. And I really love nail polish, but nail polish is a really difficult thing when you're a quilt maker and you use the iron. Because and just other things we do with our fingers, we tend to get the tips of them worn off very, very quickly. And there's just nothing you can do about that. I just pile some more polish on the top of them, and this one right hand needs that right now, but I haven't done it. So the other day, I didn't know which color you wanted to know, but this is their Sally Hansen Insta-Dry. That's the brand. And the darker one that's like a mushroom is called Slick Slate. I am going to see if that will come in. Slick Slate, S-L-A-T-E, like slate. And this other one, my goodness, I can't read things. It's called Beat You to It, like the beach, the sandy beach. There's Beat You to It, and that's right there. So there you go. That's what I have on right now, and I need to put another coat on, but not right now because I will mess it up. Because I gotta sew. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is the border and cornerstones for the Autumn Wonder. So this is what I've come up with the cornerstone. I have decided to do just a little fancier. I have the half square triangles. So I have all these half square triangles. These still need trimmed. This grouping is trimmed. And then I sew and flip another corner in the middle. So take the white like this, okay? See the white like this? I just got another square. What size is that square? The half square triangle, let me see, the half square triangle itself, you have to get an odd size. It's 2 3/4. The half square triangle is 2 3/4. And this little square in the middle is 1 1/2. So I'm sewing and flipping additional 1 1/2 inch to get this sort of square and a square on point, which I think is kind of fun for the 4 corners. So what I have to do now is sew all this up. And I am going to do that. I'm going to sew it, then I'll show you, and then put the borders on and show you, because this is the get it done. Part of this has to be done while I'm filming. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it and then keep filming. And then when I run out of time, I stop and produce that film for you. Okay, so I am going to go do these sew and flips. Oh, before I go sew, the mail came. Mr. Greg brought the mail, and this card is from Kathy in Illinois, and she says she didn't stitch this, but it is so cute. You know, how could we quilters resist? You can't. That is such a cool card. And look what she found for me. Look at this. A mushroom going right on my tree. How darling is this? All sparkly and everything. Ah, very cool. And I got a mystery gift. So if you are out there, if you sent the mystery gift, a very, very cool sign. Let our lives be full of both thanks and giving. Very nice. Thank you so much. I just love it. I'm going to find a great spot to put that. I might have to put it here in the studio somewhere. We'll see. I really love it. Thank you. Mwah. Okay, I've got to trim the rest of these, make these corners, just make this border happen. Okay, I've got 4 blocks. Now, let me take this off the wall and put up the Autumn Wonder, and I don't even remember where the borders are. I think I have to trim some borders, but I've got these corners done. Let's take a look. So none of these are trimmed yet. So I'm going to just get the ladder and put the top one up there because I can't reach it. I will at least reach it well enough to do this. Put the corners on so you can see it before I sew it. There they are. There is these corners. I really love them. They have a little bit more personality than just the half square triangles with adding that other center, and definitely more personality than just a square. Plus I got to use up 16 half square triangles that were cut offs from the body of the quilt, which barely made a dent, but it's good. It's all good. So there it is. I'm pulling back. Okay, so I am going to go trim all the borders, measure, trim them, sew them on, and then we'll wrap this up. I'll show you what it looks like. Done, 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 done. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. Okay, let me just hold it, and then I'll have to put it up on the wall. There we go. With the corners. So, here's the corner, so you can see it in all its glory. So let me just hang it up. Well, there it is. All the borders on. I'm happy with that. I love it. Love how the apples turned out. Love that the corners, and then I do have this inner border in gray already cut for the binding. I will take a picture of this. I have to do it in here because the weather is not cooperating for outdoor shots. So it'll be on my website today and on the project page. Whew, day 2. Got another one almost all the way done. The other thing I'm going to do, not on film, is I had the binding was already made. I made it the other day, so the binding's made. It is marked for Autumn Woods. Got the little piece of paper. But I am going to go with my Harmony wide back in the black and white for the backing. Unless I change to black. I could use the black as that would be the other. Let me get that. Hold on. So of course the black is under this massive stack. So I have to take all this out to get the black out to take a look at it. But I'm thinking to change to black instead of the black and white. Okay, here's the black, and I think that is a better choice to go with the black for the backing on this. All right, so I will cut that, and then this guy will go in the stack to go to the spa. Oh wait, another thing I forgot to show you. This was a tea towel that one of our friends sent, and this tea towel is actually like a companion to this fabric line. Do you see that rose? That's the same rose that's in here, right here. So very cool. When I first opened it, it didn't click, but then when I was putting it away, it went like, oh, that's what that is. I love it. Thank you again. So that is day 2, like I said, of the Get It Done series of things. There is stuff over there. I'll pick whatever the next thing is I have to show you. All right, my friend, I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.